Gerald Everett finished tight end 15 last year, 58 receptions, 87 targets, 555 yards, 4 touchdowns, 5.8 targets per game. Thoughts on Gerald Everett?
Gerald Everett is a guy who, I mean, he's a flex in tight end, right? He's a spot matchup start. He's a bye week fill in. He's a streaming guy. Not, he's not. He is talented enough to finish inside the top 10 for tight ends, but he doesn't see enough volume. With Kellen Moore at the helm, that might change a little bit, right? They might use him a little bit more in some shorter route concepts and be able to see him get up to maybe 65 receptions instead. What was it, 55? Derek, did I read that right?
Mm-hmm.
See him with another 5 to 10 grabs this season, which I think elevates him possibly to the bottom end of tight end one territory. But at the end of the day, he can put up a goose egg, right? And most tight ends, if you're not Travis Kelce, have that potential. So if you're waiting on tight end, there's nothing wrong with drafting a Gerald Everett, but you're going to be streaming a little bit, right? You're going to be looking for some different matchups because some will play into his hands and others you're going to want to avoid, much like the rest of the case. But I like it. I like the fact that he's in a high-profile offense. That helps. I like the fact that he's a big-body guy. He can get into the end zone. But what does scare me is how far down the pecking order he is because he will get lost in game plans at times.
This is a guy that I'm willing to take a shot on as that late round tight end. And like we've said for all the offseason, it's Travis Kelce or bust when it comes to the tight end room. If I don't get Travis Kelce, I'm gonna wait. Gerald Everett is a great wait and take that shot on tight end late kind of guy. Coming off the board, tight end 19, pick 154 overall. Like that's talking in most redrafts, very second to last round of the draft type of thing. That you can rock and roll that one too, and he'll put up enough weeks for you to be able to roll that one. Strength of schedule, he's actually got a very favorable strength of schedule when it comes to matchups against the tight ends this season. 4th easiest strength of schedule out there. So there's lots of upside with Gerald Everett, but there's also a lot of things to kind of be cautious about. Biggest one being that even in a high-powered offense like we're going to see here, there's a good chance that he's the 4th or 5th option through there. So you're going to have to play the matchups right. You're going to have to, do some streaming options along the way. This is not going to be one of those that you can draft him late and set it and forget it, and he'll get up there tight end, finish inside the top 6 type of tight end. That's not what you're getting there, and draft accordingly.